baseball players who just suddenly disappeared. Back in 2010, there was a pitcher named Matt Latos who was making a name for himself as one of the most promising young starters in all of Major League Baseball. He was just 22 years old and playing for the San Diego Padres, and what made him stand out was not just his size or his fastball, but the way he could dominate hitters with his command and confidence. In fact, that season, Latos set a record for the most consecutive starts by a pitcher under the age of 23, where he allowed 2 earned runs or fewer while pitching at least 5 innings, and he finished 8th in the National League Cy Young voting, which is pretty wild for someone so young. But then the Padres made a shocking move. You see, after his breakout year, Latos was traded to the Cincinnati Reds, and he kept pitching really well as he helped the team make the playoffs, and he even won 33 games over his first 2 years there. He was seen as a future ace, and people thought he would be a star for years to come. Meanwhile, his fastball was still in the mid-90s, and he was striking out batters left and right, so everything seemed to be going his way. But then one moment changed everything for him. The thing is, after the 2013 season, Latos had surgery to remove bone chips from his elbow, and then he tore his knee meniscus during spring training the next year, which meant he missed a big chunk of the season. And while he did come back, his fastball was slowing down, dropping from over 94 miles per hour to just around 92, and his strikeouts started to fall off as well. Although he was still only in his mid-20s, teams started to notice that he was not the same pitcher, and his numbers kept getting worse. Some fans were hoping for him to bounce back, but sadly, things went from bad to even worse for Latos. As it turns out, in 2015, Latos was traded to the Miami Marlins, and in his very first start, he gave up 7 runs and could not even get out of the first inning, which was a huge shock for someone who used to be so reliable. After that, he bounced around to the Dodgers and the Angels that same season, but he just could not figure things out, and his earned run average ballooned as he struggled to stay healthy or effective. Then, even though he was still only 28, teams just stopped calling, and he was out of the major leagues by the time he turned 29.